welcome to the behind the scenes of a seven-figure launch. Today we're here with Minders Glover, the Launch Pro, and myself, Angela Flores from Peak Marketing Team. And today we're going to take you behind the scenes of an actual successful launch. Okay, we're going to show you a case study of an amazing launch that was a complete success. All right, so Minders, can you tell us a little bit about these launch and what we're going to talk about today?
Yes, this launch was by Steven Diaz, who is a good friend of mine, and you know him as well. And he's a peer in the launch community and also a peer in the Amazon world, where I sold for 5 years. And so I approached Steven after he had this successful launch outcome. And what it was all about is that he had created an Amazon product on how to sell products on Amazon using the private label model. And he was just one of many people who were trying to do that online. And he was able to have great success with it. And so what he did was he stumbled across several things at first, several different models, different approaches like we've been talking about in the series. And then he decided to do a challenge model. So he did a 7-day challenge and did this, over several sequences to the point where he reached $1 million in sales of his course through the challenge and the follow-up, ascension sequence behind that.
Awesome. All right. So before we get into a little bit more detail about the challenge, guys, I want you to stay until the end because we have a gift for you. And so don't leave until the end. All right. So Minders, can you explain that model that he used? So now we know it's a challenge, but what was the overview, the model that he used for this challenge?
Basically, the way that it works is that all launches follow a progression where there's, a warm-up period, a pre-launch sequence, then you actually launch presenting your main product. And the challenge model allows you to shorten the time frame in that so that the challenge itself is the pre-launch, taking place over 7 days in this case. And during that period, you're warming up your audience and getting them excited for the launch. And then you sell your big product. In this case, his challenge was a $47 product, and his big product was a $3,000 product. So he was able to consolidate this all in less than a 2-week period of time in order to get those results.
That's a great model. Usually we take months and months to create that relationship with our audience to be able to sell a $3,000 product, right? So awesome. In 7 days, you can build that know, like, and trust factor to be able to sell a $3,000 product. Awesome. So a lot of entrepreneurs, we come into the online world thinking that gurus normally sell us this dream that we can become a success overnight. And a lot of entrepreneurs give up when they realize that there's no such thing as success overnight. So my question is, was this a success overnight case?
No, absolutely not. In fact, it took him about a year and a half to reach the $1 million point, which is still a phenomenal standpoint. And it was 4 different launches that got him to that point. So what happened initially is he had this product and he knew how to deliver it and to help people on Amazon, but he was, in a huge red ocean, as we call it, with a lot of other competitors. And so he wasn't standing out. And what he finally discovered was that if he went counter to logic and niched it down to a very tight audience, in this case, it was stay-at-home moms who had children under 5 years of age, because they were still close enough to having been in the workforce that they had that drive and wanting another source of income. So that was the niche that he targeted to on with a hook of how you can create a big Amazon business in your child's nap time. And that was the hook that got his audience and started him on to the right course for his challenges. And after 3 challenges, he dialed it in so his ad costs were paid for by the attendance on the challenge, and then he could sell the big course and help a lot of people. And by the 3rd one, he had reached his $1 million milestone.
Wow, that's amazing. So he struggled and struggled and struggled until he niched down to stay-at-home moms, and that's when everything exploded.
That's right.
So if there was one thing that you could say that was the make it or breaking point of his success, would that be it?
Yeah, but it goes a little further than that. So the most important thing, and I talked to online marketers time and time again, and the biggest success factor is when they niche it down real narrow and focused. Even though so many other people are a target for the product, you can't really communicate properly until you've niched it down. So as a result, he found the languaging that was just right. He found the way with his wife to put up the videos that really appealed to that segment, and was able to create a community where people were passionate and they self-related to that icon of the stay-at-home mom, make money while your child is in nap time.
Awesome. So this is a perfect proof for the people that I get a lot of people telling me, oh, but when I niche down, I'm going to lose so much business because I'm not marketing to a lot of people. This is the perfect example that when you niche down, you truly understand who your audience is, then your marketing is going to explode because you understand their problems, their pain points, and you can talk directly to that person. So that is awesome. Is there anything else that you would like to add to our conversation?
Yeah, I do want to add that I've created a case study infographic because remember the theme that we're talking about here is how to progress to a 7-figure launch. It doesn't happen for most people in one time. So this infographic shows the components of how over 3 to 4 launches he got there, and it can be a great tool for you to use in your business as well.
Okay, awesome, guys. So if you would like to get that infographic, which is amazing, just let us know below and we will send you the link straight away. Also, Minders and I are running a challenge next month. So if you want to join the waiting list, also tell us in the comments that you want to join the challenge, and we are going to go through all these amazing process to understand our audience and then make a 7-figure launch. All right, so it's your roadmap to that successful launch that we're going to create during a 5-day challenge. All right, guys, so if you are ready, let us know in the comments and you'll get the roadmap to success, you'll get the infographic, and join the waiting list for the challenge. All right, guys, that's it for today. We'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Bye, guys.